I'm really excited to talk about something in this short episode. I happened to go to my daughter's first music class. She's 7 months old, and I haven't really talked about my motherhood journey a lot, but I will say that for me personally, the postpartum part of the whole journey was probably the toughest, because learning how to integrate who I was before and who I'm becoming now and this new part of my life was tough. And so I've been going through this process with a therapist, talking to other mothers and all of that stuff. And so today I went to this music class and my daughter loved it and it was so fun. And I ended up sitting next to this lovely woman who is a violin player, is very interesting, is here with her husband, and her daughter's super cute. And we started chatting and she said something very interesting that just sparked this need to talk about right now with you today. And that was when I asked her, "Oh, what do you do in the city?" She said, "I love spending time with my daughter. And if I could just spend all my time with her, that's what I do. But I actually love that I get time away from her to teach violin." And immediately, this switch just turned on in a good way. And I was like, I think it's wonderful that you want to do things apart from your daughter and apart from other people, that you have something that you seem very passionate about, that you have something that is yours, and that you're not thinking that you have to only do just this one thing, that you want to do things that make you happy. And when you make yourself happy, your daughter's going to be happier. That's always a good thing. And she just smiled, and you can tell she's like, "Oh yeah, no, you're totally right." And so it made me really want to talk about, and this can apply to anyone, even if you're a parent or not, but there tends to be these ideas that because we are this or because we are that, we can't also do A, B, C, D. And especially with parents, I noticed it. And it's the mother's guilt. So it's not just the fact that judgment from other people make mothers self-conscious to want to do other things, but it's also us as mothers, because we want to be the best parent that we possibly can. I'm sure dads feel this to an extent as well, but we want to give everything we possibly can, every resource, every emotion, every opportunity, every piece of presence that we can give, just so that they can thrive and have a better life than we ourselves did, and that they can become wonderful humans that are happy and healthy and all of the above. And so I think somehow it morphs for some people into this guilt. If I am not 100% obsessed and present and there with my kid, and I want to do other things, then I feel guilty. I feel bad. I'm a bad person. I'm a bad parent. I've definitely felt that to an extent, because it just literally feels like an impossible task. You don't want to screw up your kid. You want them to be happy again. But really, it's so hard to do. And my therapist told me that the greatest gift we can give our kids is to show them our humanity. And I love that she said that, because I'm not perfect. No parent is perfect. No person is perfect. So why do I feel like I need to show up for my kid in a perfect way as a way to protect her? It's almost like if I just shelter her from all parts of me, all bad things about me, then she'll be fine or okay. But actually showing your humanity is the biggest gift that you could give your child or friend or parent or whomever that person is. And I just want to say, especially if you're a parent, that it is beautiful and wonderful if you do things for you away from everyone else. If you're not always having to be there for someone or do something for someone or be of service for someone, it actually, when you light yourself up and you do things that mean something to you and fulfill you, you give other people that same permission, and you show up more fulfilled, more energized, more ready and able to be patient, more ready and able to give that love, to give that service. And I don't know where that idea or judgment comes from, but just know that you are a wonderful parent, a wonderful person, and that you can do things that you absolutely love and still be a good mom and a good dad and be there for your child and support your child. I really want to give that permission, if you're needing it, to go do those things, because I think we need that out of our society. We need the mom guilt gone. We need the dad guilt gone. We need judgment just gone. Just be who you are. Do what you feel good doing in the moment. Do what feels aligned. Take care of your babies. Do the best you can. Get yourself in the happiest place that you can. And I guarantee that's going to be the best choice for your child. I know that a huge reason why I've been able to bounce back as fast as I have is because I have my writing. I have the good space. I have things in my life that I know are part of my purpose. Obviously, my child is my purpose. My family is also part of my purpose, but so are these other things. Granted, in this season of life, and that's another thing my therapist talked about that I really appreciated her sharing, was that it's wonderful when you have goals, when you have dreams, when you have ideas about where you want to take a business or what kind of work you want to put into the world. And at the same time, you're in a season of life where you have a baby, very young, you're adjusting, you're adapting, they're growing. And then I also have my copywriting business. And so that's something that I'm working in as well. And so she said, in this season of life, your expectations of where you can go and what you can do right now might need to be lessened just a little bit, so you can give yourself some slack and be like, okay, what can I realistically do? How can I realistically show up in these things that I love while also being the kind of mother and wife and woman that I want to be? And it really hit me because I was just like, yeah, full steam ahead. I can really like grow this to this amount. I can do that. And it's like, I would get frustrated and I would really beat myself up and not have compassion. But when she put it that way, it gave me just this release. Okay, this is my season and that's okay. And some days I only want to spend time with my daughter and that's okay. And there are other days where I'm like, man, I only want to write and I really want to go in the closet right now and just be by myself. And so it's kind of just checking in with yourself. What do I need? Do I need to fill my cup? Is my cup full and can I pour that out into my family? Is it empty? Like, what can I do to just recharge a little bit? Like some days for me, it's getting up 10 minutes before my daughter and writing. That's enough to fuel me for the rest of the day. I'm good. I'm energized. I make it through the day. So even if it's something as little as that, I encourage you to dip back into those things that make you feel you, that make you feel good, that give you that spark, that give you that vibrancy and light, because we as humans, we're not just one thing. We're not. And again, if you're listening to this and truly being a parent is what fuels you and fulfills you, amazing. I love that. And I'm so excited because regardless of what the thing is, I just want you to feel fulfilled and happy and not feel guilty about wanting it. And I think that's another thing too, is like talking to this woman who just was so happy and like loved all the different parts of her life, and her showing that even if it was that twinge of guilt, it was almost like she didn't notice it because we've been so conditioned to talk that way. But it's like even just calling it out for her and being like, no, no guilt. Like, do not feel guilty. You know what I mean? Like, let's practice being okay with desiring things without the guilt, not thinking about what other people think we should be doing, not thinking about what people are judging us for or how we're supposed to, quote unquote, do something. You just do you. Obviously, I'm not saying like abandon your family and like neglect your child. Like, and clearly, if you're listening to this, you would never do that. And that's another thing I've been learning too, is like, we have to trust ourselves, right? Like, if you have not had a history of being neglectful or irresponsible, you're not going to just start all of a sudden right now. Like, trust yourself. You're going to make a good decision. You're going to make the right decision. And it's okay to want something other than being there for your child or being there for your family. If anything, you're going to bless them, because I know there's some people in my life where I wish I saw more of their passion and more of their eyes light up and their heart light up. And it's like, I would have felt like I belonged a lot more if I saw that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just encouraging you, do what lights you up. Just do it. No guilt. I am not accepting guilt. I'm telling you, just do what you love and you're going to do great and you're going to be happier. And that's all I got to say.